And all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rachakodash, the honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and the sincere Shalom to the Akim that's out there pushing it in sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. Extremely quick video. Just certain conversations arose recently, amongst, myself and, some brothers, some elders. And, the thing we were talking about was fear. I'm not sure. I can't quite remember if I did a video on this already recently or not. So it's through the spirit that, hey, I'm gonna just do it again. I didn't even check, because it is what it is, right? It's through fear, right? Fear is the way you make somebody subject the most. I mean, that's how you make somebody subject. That's how you make somebody submit, right? It's through fear, and that's exactly what the Lord requires. It is fear. We've heard people in the past that say, no, that's wrong. The Lord is a God of love, not He doesn't want you to fear Him. But we've heard that in the past. We still hear that, and it's just like, what exactly do you think the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI is, right? Judgment. Everybody keeps talking about God's judgment. God's judgment. Do you know what that is? That's fear. That means you should fear the Lord, right? That is how you make somebody, like children, right? Parents make their children submit to, make their children pretty much submit through what? Fear. That's what you gotta pretty much what you gotta do as a parent, pretty much, right? The reason that these children are acting the way they're acting is because they got way too much freedom. They have way too much freedom and no consequences, right? When they go off, they must face consequences. And what does that bring? That brings a form of fear. Okay, I'm gonna do this. If I do this, then I'm gonna face this consequence. If I do that, then I'm gonna face that consequence, right? Even growing up as an adult, you need a form of fear. You go, you don't want to rob a store, or else you gonna go to jail. That's a thing of fear. Even though some people don't even feel that now, but for normal people, yeah, that's a form of fear. So even as an adult, you need a form of fear, right? Speed tickets, right? It says go to speed limit, or else you're gonna. There's one up here in Baltimore, 695, double fines. And you know what? When I see double fines, I'm really slowing down. But you know what that is? That's fear, because I don't want to get no speed ticket. I don't got the money. I don't got all the money for that, right? I don't want to get the speed. I don't want it. I don't want no speed ticket. But do you know what that is? That's fear. Everybody needs a form of fear, but that's what's lacking right now. They don't fear the Lord. Okay? These women, they don't fear their husbands, and honestly, how could you, man? These husbands are pathetic at this point, man. But why are they? Because Esau. And number one, because of the Lord put us under this curse, man. Right? So fear is the way to order, really. You rule with fear. Right? What did it say? With fear and trembling. You gotta walk this path with fear and trembling, man, before the Lord. If you want some type of order for camp leaders, right? You want some type of order, man, you gotta put fear in brothers, man. Like, hold on, man, what you doing, man? And if they, are willing to listen and follow orders, then there you go. But if not, then you leave, man. That means if somebody willing to listen and follow, that means they really want to be there. They have a form of fear. They fear the Lord, but they, you know what I'm saying? You need to have a form of fear towards men too. To some degree, everybody does with their job. You don't do what the supervisor tell you to do. You know what happens? You lose your damn job, right? Which means you lose your money. That's a form of fear. So I know this was a long drawn out point at the beginning of the video, but it is what it is. Revelation 14:7. It says, saying with a loud voice, fear God, fear Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, give him glory, give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come. It says, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of water, so like waters, right? So fear, judgment, right? That is a God that you should fear. You know, when we tell people, I haven't heard this in a while now, probably in like a whole year. But we tell people, the Lord is the one that put us in slavery, right? You do know that. You know, we had certain people say, well, why would I want to worship a God like that? Yeah, because this same God is the one that created the heaven, the earth, the waters. He created your black ass, right? He created these demons that you see around you. He created the angels that, you know what I mean? He gave you, if you got a son or a daughter, he gave you that child. He gave you the wife. He gave you everything. The question is, why not? Because if he put us in it, that means he could take us out of it. He is going to take us out of it. So the real question is, why the fuck not? That's the real question. Why not worship a power like that, man? He put Esau and Edom over us. That is probably one of the lowest nations on this planet, man. He is a base man. He's created to be a base man. All he ever does is steal, and hijack uh, uh, cultures, pretty much, and doctrines, even from other heathens. Some of these heathens got more flavor than Esau, man. Because all these devils do, like even like homosexuality, right? Esau didn't start that. He hijacked that and introduced this shit to us. And now here we go. Which Jake being homosexual is not a new thing, by the way. You can read that in the scriptures, right? But my point I'm making is Esau didn't start that, right? What I'm saying, they hijacked everything, man. The making of the weapons, they wasn't in charge of that. See, Esau was up in the caves, man. He's a cave dweller. He's a cave dweller, right? Wearing underclothes until they deteriorate, right? Picking stuff out of each other's hair, can't speak, you're walking on all fours. The Lord made Esau that to what they are right now. And you telling me you're not going to worship a power like that? Any power that is able to take a nation like Esau, right, and put him over Israelites, the strongest nation on this planet, pure royal blood, pure royalty. Make a nation. He didn't even take a Moabite and do that. He took a Edomite, man. Do you know that shit is pure humiliation? That is pure punishment, right? Hijack everything and put us under captivity, and now look at him. He made an Edomite that into what they are today. You better goddamn get on your hands and knees and pray to that power that made Esau that, man. Because he's gonna put Esau back in his place through the Israelites. You better, man. I tell Jake, man. Oh man, Jake, man. I almost, you know what I mean. It's sometimes, man. When we do videos and when I keep going on and speaking, it just gets so wild, and it's just like, man, what do I even say anymore, man? It's like the Lord is just, man. Anyway, Psalm 47:2. It says, "The Lord Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth." So this is it says, "He shall subdue the people under us and the nations under our feet." Pure fear. When somebody says, he said he is for the Lord Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. Terrible means most feared. That's what terrible means, most feared. You don't believe me? Look it up. Look it up for yourself. Most feared. You know, it's at a point now, man. I can't explain in words as to how much you people play around with everything. You know what I mean? Especially you people out there, you jakes out there that call yourselves Israelites. I'm talking about the IUIC, right? The ISUP. Y'all all playing games, man. This is why we say Great Millstone has the 100% truth. And I'm going to say it again. Great Millstone has the 100% truth. Comments, I don't care. Because you can't prove it. You can't prove it. You know what I mean? You can't prove me wrong otherwise, man. You can't prove me otherwise. Great Millstone has the 100% truth. But I'm going to tell you something, too. Why are we the only ones saying that? Right? If you people, Christians should be saying it. Do you have the 100% truth? No. Well, why not? That ain't good. Do you believe in what you believe in? You know what I'm saying? Do you really believe in what you claim to believe in? If you don't have 100% truth, you should be like, yeah, I got the 100% truth. Yeah, man, everything that I know is 100%. According to the doctrine, everything I know is 100%. That's what you should be saying. But why is Great Millstone the only one that's saying that, man? Everybody should be saying it. You believe in what you believe in. Why are you not saying it? You should be like, you goddamn right, I got 100% truth. That should be your answer right there. Yeah, I got 100% truth. You goddamn right. Yeah, I got it. Anyway, let's get the last scripture. Psalm chapter 65 and verse 5. It says, by terrible, oh my goodness, this is one of my favorite scriptures. By terrible things in righteousness wilt thou answer us. That is a good one. Again, what does terrible mean? Most feared, right? But by terrible things in righteousness, you're going to see terrible things, but it's all in righteousness. You want to know? He said, "Wilt thou answer us?" What is he answering? Right? He's answering our prayers, man. Ezekiel 9 says, "Set a mark upon them that sign and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof." And by terrible things, he's answering this. And one of those terrible things is all these different doctrines. It's feminism. But you know what? On the right-hand side, it's all in righteousness because everything that the Lord does is righteous. Because it's all for a reason. It's all for a reason. This place is designed to be wicked, so expect nothing but wickedness to come out of it. Feminism is one of the biggest strongholds out there right now, man. That's more than likely going to be one of the first ones to go. As we see, it's starting to get shaken up now. Well, it's already shaken up, and it's starting to be broken up now, right? That's one of those terrible things in righteousness. He's answering us, right? Showing us the wickedness of this place. But on the flip side, the more terrible thing in righteousness he's going to answer us through is, number one, famine of the word, right? Amos 8, famine of the word. And ultimately, thermonuclear destruction. Ultimately. But before that, Revelation 13, the one that you people have so much of a problem with, man. Ultimately, it's that Revelation 13. But after that, thermonuclear destruction. That's a terrible thing in righteousness. That Revelation 13 in Mark is a terrible thing in righteousness. He's going to answer us through, man. Right? So it says, by terrible things in righteousness wilt thou answer us. It says, O God of our salvation, who art the confidence of all the ends of the earth and of them that are afar off upon the sea. Okay? So that's pretty much all I got on this video. Giving all praise, honor, glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Shalom.